Welcome! In this video, I am going to demonstrate how to access and configure Active Directory Authentication Card Release set up on a Brother device. To set up Card Release, you will need to configure your AD authentication within the internal web page, the IWP. If you haven't done this already, I have linked a video on the screen now and in the description. If you have completed and configured this, you can continue with this demonstration. Open your internal web page of your Brother device, also known as the IWP. Enter the password and log in to your IWP. Once logged in, you will be on the status page. Select Administrator from the menu on the left. Under Administrator, select the option Active Directory Authentication. This is where you have already configured the Active Directory authentication. Scroll to the bottom of the page. At the bottom of the page, there is a link for LDAP. As stated here, this is required for NFC authentication. Select LDAP. Here is where the LDAP is configured for NFC release. Currently, the LDAP search is set to off. Select On here. Under Quick Settings, you have the LDAP server address field. This is where you need to enter the IP address or the FQDM. I will use an IP address in this demonstration. Once you have entered the server address, you will need to select if you want a protocol. Select your protocol. If you are using a CA certificate, you can select Verify Server Certificate here. Next is the port number. This will change depending on your protocol choice. In this demonstration, I have selected none, so the default port number is 389. If you are using different ports than the default, change here. As default, the authentication method is set simple. In this demonstration, I will select NTLM version 2. Depending on your configuration will depend on your choice of authentication here, along with the level of security. Remembering, if you are using an FQDN, your authentication method will need to be Kerberos. Scroll down the page. Here is where you will need to enter the username. The username needs to be a user that has administration rights on the AD server. Enter the password for the user, then re-enter the password. You can check by clicking the I symbol at the end of each password box. Search route. Enter your search route here, but if you have a server that supports LDAP version 3, you can fetch the search route. Select Fetch DNs here, then select from the drop-down options. Your search route will now be in this field here. Attribute of card ID search key. You can use any attribute here, but you will need to match this attribute in your AD server. I will use the attribute pager. The attribute needs to be all in lowercase. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. Select Submit to confirm changes. Now you will need to open up your AD users and computers. Select your AD here and then select the arrow to expand the menu. Select Users to expand options. In the main screen, you will now see all the users within your AD. Select the user you want to register an NFC for, then double-click the user. Now you have the user's profile box on the screen. From the tabs at the top, select the Telephone tab. Here we can see a field for Pager, which is the attribute I used when setting up the configuration in the IWP. This is where you need to paste the NFC number. If you have a few NFCs to register, it is advisable to have these on a notepad so you can copy and paste direct into the user's profile within AD. Once you have entered the number of the NFC card into the correct attribute field, select Apply, then OK. Now we have configured the user's card. This is the view from the Brother device. The user swipes their card onto the device's card reader. Now the user is logged into the device by using the registered NFC. That now completes this demonstration on AD authentication card release on a Brother device. Thank you for watching.